Yeah, this should be connecting now. Hello. There we go. Sometimes it reboots the computer, and sometimes it does weird things. Hi, my name is MrWarrenHayes. Welcome to the SLATE. It is the Raw Preview show tonight, Raw on December 14, 2020. This is what we are going to be talking about tonight. One of the rare occasions, one of the very, very rare occasions where WWE has showered us with actual tons of matches to actually talk about. Like they've been getting this show ready, Raw tonight for a while now, apparently. If you want to believe that. Well, I want to believe it. I like to believe. I want to believe. But hey, we got some stuff here we're going to be talking about. But there's a few matches that we're watching, and we're going to preview them live right here on youtube.com/MrWarrenHayes. If you want to hang out and come watch the show with some very wonderful, cool people, you can head on over to the Mr. Warren Hayes Discord as soon as we're done, or even right now as you're doing it. You just open up your Discord thing, join the Mr. Warren Hayes Discord. The link is in the description. Cool people, live chatting during the events. It's a cool time. It's a good time. There we go. Is my sound too loud on top of that? My sound's not too loud. My sound is fine. As Anakin's he's here. Anakin JMT, good to see you. Good to see you still up and about. And he's dropping super chats, leaving me money because I botched. I'll botch more often, god damn it. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for that. And then Anakin says, Warren, I'm dealing with enough symptoms without needing to worry about my hearing going too. Just turn the volume down. Just bring it down. You can do that on your end too. That's the wild thing about technology. Thank you very much, Anakin, though, for the super chats. I really do appreciate it. Thank you, everyone, for joining us who are here live, such as DGMC. Hello. Jonathan Reyes is here. Hello. Floman as well. MC Carvalho. Good to see you as well. Evan Wright is here too. Dropped us a super chat. Thank you very much, Evan. He says, I'd rather talk about Cowboy Day than Raw. I watched that just before popping on tonight. I watched today's edition of BTE. It's one of those editions of BTE that if you didn't have the if you didn't have the Dark Order stuff, it's also, but the Dark Order stuff is always really good. Hangman Page seems to be having a lot of fun. And I'm okay living in a world where Hangman Page is having a good time doing things. And Aaron Entertainment, hello! Welcome to the chat as well. So everyone, we've got a whole bunch of people here. Good to see you. Let's start talking about Monday Night Raw. Of course, the big main event, or the big main attraction, the big thing that everyone is, that the whole show is focusing on, because it's the go-home show, the Raw go-home show for TLC. So, straight out the gate, I'm like, I'm okay, with, I'm okay with go-home shows. It's just like WWE, usually their go-home shows are a little wimpy. Not necessarily the greatest, but basically, AJ Styles tonight is going to bring the Nightmare Before TLC to Raw. Now, what does that mean exactly? Let's read straight off the description here off of WWE.com. The phenomenal one, that's AJ Styles, for those of you who are not in the know. AJ plans to bring the Nightmare Before TLC to Raw this Monday to display what's in store for the WWE Championship Table, Ladders, and Chairs match. The Miz and John Morrison will back up Styles for his terrifying display, as Mr. Money in the Bank has his own hopes of delivering sleepless nights to the King of Claymore Country. My God, so many nicknames. Thanks in part to Sheamus connecting on a road kick, and Styles was able to make a stand. What does Styles have in store ahead of one of sports entertainment's most brutal nights of the year? I don't know what any of this means. And I majored in English at university, and I have no idea what any of that means. Those are literally words. So what I'm assuming they're going to do, this is what I'm assuming. So it's going to be a segment, right? It's going to be a segment. Hopefully, fingers crossed, it's not a main event segment. You guys know that I ending a show with talk to me is, it's, well, not literally me, but it's like you're doing that to the quality of your show. You get the analogy? Like there's a rope and then I took mime classes long time ago. I can do I tried to, like, I can't do the wall thing, when the invisible wall, I can't do it very see, I'm looking at myself and I'm like, yeah, my technique sucks. I never quite could do it, but I was pretty sure with walking against the wind, when you're when the mime sort of like is walking and sort of walking on place because the wind is so strong. I could do that, and I was pretty good at it. But back then I was like 70 pounds lighter and gangly, and I could play off of that. Now I'm just like, I'm just like dopey right now at this stage. What were we talking about? Oh yeah, hanging oneself. It doesn't matter. I'm just realizing, what were we talking about? It didn't really matter. So this is what I'm thinking they're going to do. I think what they're going to do is something similar to what happened on Friday, where, on SmackDown, where Kevin Owens sort of laid everything out. You remember that when Kevin Owens sort of laid everything out on the sort of laid everything out there. Yeah, I think that's what they're going to do. They're going to I think that's what they're going to do. They're going to bring Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens laid all the tables and chairs and he cut promos on them. Well, I think they're going to do the same thing. They're going to bring all tables, ladders, and chairs, and then they're going to invite Drew to come, probably with Sheamus, and they're probably going to crash through tables and stuff. So that's what I'm thinking this is. The Nightmare Before TLC. I don't understand. Like, honestly, I read the paragraph and I didn't understand what was going on. I really didn't. Anyway. Anakin, JMT left us a super chat. Thank you very much. He says, what's your guess about what will make the least sense? Raw's booking / creative tonight, or rinsing your cooked ground beef? Okay, so clearly my tweet left an impression. Okay, so our pal Darnell Mitchell, who was on the show last Thursday, shout out to Darnell, on Twitter, retweeted a video of a young lady, but I mean young, like an adult, like a young adult, telling us that she found this trick, to eat ground beef healthier, right? And this is what she does. Because she says, oh, you cook your ground beef and all the grease and all the fat comes out, and that's not good for you, which is true, by the way. Too much of that saturated fat stuff. Well, it's not saturated, but too much fat, too much grease, it's not good for your insides. So technically, this is what you should do. You at home, you should, once you're done cooking, and let's say you're adding, I don't know, taco seasoning or vegetables for a stir fry, or some cornstarch, some slurry, sort of like a sauce, whatever. It doesn't matter. You rinse off the grease. You drain it, is what I'm trying to say. You don't rinse it off, excuse me. You drain the grease. So you can either like take the cover of a pan and sort of just eke it over into a cup. Don't put it directly into your sink. That'll kill your pipes. So either that, or you can take like paper towels, and sort of sop up. You move the meat to a side and you can sop up. There's ways to do it. But no, what she does is she takes the meats, put it in a colander, and then she rinses it underwater. Now, I understand she wants to eat healthy and lean, but honestly, you're taking all of the fat away, all the fatty components. Sure, there's too much grease, but if you take away all the fat, you're taking away the flavor. That's what gives the beef the flavor. And it just blew my mind. Well, why would... Don't rinse beef. Don't soak it in water. I'm like, what does she do when she cooks burgers? She takes the patties and dunks them in water before after cooking them? It doesn't make sense. It makes zero sense. And the thing is, folks, if you really want to eat lean, then get extra lean ground beef or get ground turkey, ground chicken. Yeah, just don't go for the fattier stuff. But for God's sake, don't pour water on your meat. My God. I can't believe that just blew my mind. I mean, this is not a tip. This is not a tip. And then bless whoever was on Twitter saying, just replying to me and not arguing. I'm not in a confrontational way, but he was like, "Well, this is actually a thing." So I don't. And then he's finding articles for me, like from the North Dakota University. It's like, you should totally rinse your. And I'm like, dude, I don't care if it was in the Bible. I am not pouring water on my beef. Jesus. Yeah, no. I want to say hello to Conrad, who's in the chat. Good to see you, Conrad. And Mr. Fantastic as well. Good to see you both. Evan Wright left us a super chat. Thank you very much. Says, odds on Raw not opening with a 10-minute promo. 736 to 1. That's what I think. I think they do. I think they start off a Raw not like that every 2+ years. Evan Wright also left us a super chat. Thank you very much. Says, Lana versus locker room leader and not needing extra Lana versus locker room leader and not needing extra training. Nia Jax will be match of the year confirmed. My God, can't wait. Doesn't need extra training at all. Let's talk about her. Let's talk about this. Nia Jax versus Lana, because Lana looks to ride the momentum. Ride the momentum. In a matchup tonight against Nia Jax. Yeah, because they have a match at TLC, right? For the SmackDown Women's title. SmackDown, no, what am I talking about? With the Raw Women's Tag titles. I'm all confused now because of all this momentum. Ever since adding Osaka to the equation, fortunes have started to turn for Lana in her ongoing conflict with the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. On Monday night, Lana will face her biggest challenge yet as she'll step into the ring with Nia Jax. Lana was able to turn the tables on the irresistible force last week with the counter of a seemingly surefire announce table slam that allowed Osaka to swoop in for the pin of Shayna Baszler. Yeah, as everyone is saying, momentum, pal. That's really important. Momentum, pal. Did you guys see that Christmas video that WWE put out today? If you did in the chat, press B for bells, as in jingle bells. If you saw, if you guys saw the 2020 beatdown video that they did, right? I'm going to talk about it. I don't care about spoiling it. It's not that big a deal, but Drew McIntyre's cutting a promo, and then they have an animated 2020 which bounces down the ring, and he's like an alien. He's like smushy and disgusting. He's like covered in phlegm. And he bounces, and then Michael Cole is doing commentary like he does commentary for WWE 2K 2020 or 21 or 1918. Michael Cole is commentating just like he does in the video game, and the thing bounces down and cuts a promo on everyone saying, "Ha, you thought you were done with me, 2020." You know, cuts a heel promo as the worst year ever, and then Drew McIntyre proceeds to claymore him, and then they clip a whole bunch of WWE superstars doing their big moves on the year 2020. So you got Roman and Bailey and Sasha and Randy Orton and a host of others. And among those who take the beating from those who deliver a beating to 2020, among them I swear this is real, AEMF in the chat, welcome. I swear this is real. It's a fever dream kind of thing. Right? Like when you watch it, like, is this really, really real? But it is. And one of the clips they have is Nia Jax, Samoan dropping or slamming, whatever, year 2020. And I'm looking at that, and I'm like, all they had to do if they really wanted to destroy 2020 is just let Nia Jax wrestle 2020 in a 15-minute match, and he'd be out for decades. I was like, they didn't need to go through the entire roster, just let Nia Jax have a go at 2020, and that would have been the end of that. That being said, you know what I'm starting to think is going, I mean, this is not going to happen. This is not a match. I hope everyone is conscious enough that this is going to be a train wreck of a whatever this is going to be. So honestly, if you, this is what I think is going to happen moving forward. I think Lana is going to turn on Osaka at TLC. I think this is a thing that's going to happen. She's going to be like, it's going to be kind of a, if you can't beat him, join him kind of scenario. And she's going to end up managing the Baszler and Jax. That's frankly what I think is going to happen. Anyway, so I mean, there's nothing much. I mean, it's like I said on the show a couple of weeks ago. I'm all for Lana getting in the ring and trying stuff out, and if she's training and she's putting in the effort, the only way she's going to learn is if you put her in danger, in danger, you know what I mean? You put her in a position where she has to perform in front of cameras, on TV, live stress. That's how you learn. But she ain't gonna learn shit from Nia Jax. She's not gonna learn anything. So it's not helpful for her to be in this type of situation. Being in a tag team with Asuka, I can get behind. If after that her opposition is anything but Nia Jax. You know what I mean? So I mean there's nothing much that's gonna happen here. Kristen Ashley is with us in the chat. Good to see you, darling. Yes, she heard the ground beef rant fresh off the presses. She did. She even tweeted about it. I was so mad. And I look at that and I'm like, no wonder people think that white people cook bland food. I mean, I'm looking at that and I'm like I don't. I season the shit out of my stuff. It's so important. But then I look at her rinsing her meat and I'm like, what is this? What is this? Oh yeah. What's going on? Evan Wright just left us a super chat. Thank you very much. He says, rant material. Oh, they got me started already. I can go back to ranting about food. Just give me a reason. Evan Wright left his super chat, says rant material in the Discord general chat. Oh boy, I'm kind of afraid now. What's going on? There's a contract signing. What? There's contract signings. There's a contract signing on main event. Frankly, that's where contract signings deserve to go die. They should all be on main event and just get the hell off of my television set. What's this? MC Carvalho says Jackson Riker is on Raw Talk tonight. Is this legit? Is this real? Can you believe that? Is that a thing? A 24/7 contract. Sorry, I'm doubling back on the 24. Okay, hang on. One thing at a time. Imran, good to see you. Welcome to the chat. MC Carvalho again. No, sorry. Yeah, he says him and Elias and Mandy and Dana. Okay, this is breaking my mind right now. They're doing contract signings for the 24/7 title. Look, this, see, I mean, this is parody at this point. It's just parody. That's exactly what it is. It's just parody. Yes, it's not research that I'm doing live on the air. The people in the chat are feeding me stuff, and they're like, "Hey, did you see this?" And I go in and I check, and I'm like, "Oh, look at that!" Because yeah, this is all fresh things that are happening. I'm okay with this. Oh my God. Since I got it from the email. More inside information from the email. This is all just, okay. Well, this is all just too wild for me right now. Oh, these. Okay. So so we talked about Lana and Nia Jax. Let's keep talking about the card. Not talking about ground B for main event 24/7 contract signings. Jesus. We have the New Day and Matt Hardy facing the Hurt Business members Bobby Lashley, Cedric Alexander, and Shelton Benjamin. The Hurt Business has created no shortage of enemies with their brutal takeover efforts, and now the New Day and Jeff Hardy are set to team up against Lashley, Cedric Alexander, and Benjamin. I mean, here's the thing. As much as, again, this is something I talked about and I talk about frequently, I'm kind of sick of I'm kind of sick of Jeff. Excuse me, Jeff. I would much prefer talking about Matt Hardy right now. So as much as keeping me honest, as much as I'm fed up of seeing, tag team combinations leading into the pay-per-view kind of thing, the New Day and the Hurt Business at TLC is one of the matches I'm most looking forward to because Cedric is great. I think Sheldon shows that he still has lots in the tank, and the New Day are great. So it'll be a fun tag match. It'll be a fun tag match, confirmed. Confirmed. Clearly, they're setting up Jeff Hardy and Bobby Lashley to have a United States title clash moving forward. I think it's good that they give something for Bobby Lashley to do, especially having him go after a top tier competitor like Jeff. I think that's good. Again, I think the trajectory for Bobby Lashley and the way that they've been building him should continue to be going upwards. I think they're doing a fantastic job building him, protecting him, making him look like a badass. I think if they keep grooming him correctly, he will be naturally a legitimate threat for Drew McIntyre, as opposed to when they pulled the trigger on it last June when it was way too early. But yeah, this should actually be a pretty fun match, and I think this weekend it'll be the tag team in and about itself will be pretty good. So basically, we're also going to get Sheamus versus AJ Styles as well as the thing goes here. Before AJ Styles tangles with Drew McIntyre at TLC, he'll have to deal with one of WWE's champion's oldest friends. The Phenomenal One will battle Sheamus on the Red brand just nights before his WWE title battle. Last week, Styles pinned Sheamus after a brogue kick and opened the door for a phenomenal forearm for the Celtic Warrior. So this will probably be the main event because we do have the bringing the Nightmare before TLC thing. I have no idea. Like, I think this is, those things are going to bookend the show. We're going to start with the Nightmare Before TLC nonsense, and I'm pretty sure the show is going to finish with Styles versus Sheamus, unless, of course, there's shenanigans that happen in the meantime. And to wrap it all up, Bray Wyatt is set for a WWE Thunderdome field trip. Get your permission slip signed for Monday, because Bray Wyatt is set to lead what is sure to be a zany field trip to the WWE Thunderdome on Raw. Now, when I'm reading my hype packages for my wrestling shows, the adjective zany isn't necessarily one I'm looking to pinpoint in this context here. The entire Firefly Funhouse gang is set to crash the Red Brand party and bring their wacky brand of antics with them. Again, a bunch of words that doesn't mean much. And if this isn't the most corporate way to describe a show, I don't know what it, like, wacky antics. It's the most vague thing. With Abby the Witch, Huskus the Pig Boy, and the rest of the gang in tow, what will Wyatt have planned before his TLC showdown with Randy Orton? We'll find out tonight, I guess. My God. I mean, it is so wildly corny. Wildly corny. Anakin left us a super chat. Thank you very much, Anakin. He said, I just noticed, did you purposefully hang up that Stranger Things poster to go with the Christmas lights on your layout? Astute observation, but no, the Stranger Things poster has been there for quite a while now. Coincidence, but you see, this is your conspiracy mindset that's going. You're like connecting the dots, bringing in all elements of lore together, Anakin. So good on you, but no, it's really been there for a while. Sometimes it's really well in shot, sometimes it's not. Alan Quills. Thank you very much. Welcome to the chat. MC Carvalho also says, by the way, we're also getting Mace versus Ricochet. Mace versus Rick. Mace is Dio Madden, right? And wasn't Dio Madden sent back to the PC? Wasn't he sent back to the PC? I think he was. Sent back. So, but they're putting him on there anyway? Okay. All right. Sure. I don't know. Will we see Keith Lee? Oh, yeah. Oh, the thing, right? DGMZ left us a super chat. Thank you very much. DGMC says, talk about the Goldberg picture, damn it. The Goldberg picture. I know which one you're talking about. When Goldberg had hair. That is that's a Thursday night topic, if you ask me. Yeah, you gotta deep dive into that one. That's a Thursday night topic, in your boy's opinion. Join me on Thursday when we talk about the Goldberg picture. 9 p.m. Eastern. That's the main Mr. Warren Hayes show podcast. That's when I record it live right here on youtube.com/MrWarrenHayes. So if you join us tonight, come join us on Thursday as well, and I'll recap the week. We'll talk about a whole bunch of stuff. Remember to join the Mr. Warren Hayes Discord if you're fed up of Twitter, like I kind of am. So over the past few hours, let's put it that way. Come and join us in the Discord. It's a lot more fun. We watch Raw and SmackDown together, and AEW and NXT in pay-per-views. It's a good time. So come and join us. And I'm going to talk about it on Thursday. It's my goddamn show. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining us.